sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years have never... Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And off we go from Cleveland. Thomas. Stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position. Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches. Darnold. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Couple of former Jets. Darnold to Anderson. First down, Carolina. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. It's Darnold. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early. And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going. McCaffrey with a first down and more. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 32 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone. And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner?
That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. Now Hunt on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. First carry for Nick Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. A run for Nick Chubb, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be followed. 2nd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly. The football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Kevin Stefanski going to take a chance going for it on 4th. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Nick Chubb stopped short, and the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off of play action, Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And Darnold just beating the play clock. That'll be caught by Anderson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
From way up at the 23. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
2nd down at 4. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Chubb will have the 1st down and much more. Now he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers 11. Nick Chubb with 21.95 miles an hour on a long touchdown run in 2019. 4th fastest in the NFL, and he flashed the big-time speed again there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats. Look at this, 22.3 miles an hour was his top speed. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. the touchdown. Here's McLaughlin to kick off. Thomas. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. A first down throw, Darnold. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Darnold on first down. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 37. What a luxury to have a tight end that can run a post route like that.
It's a luxury for the offense. It's an extreme luxury for the quarterback. Always has a great outlet and usually able to come up with a nice play down the middle of the field.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Darnold keeps it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Sam Darnold keeping it himself from a yard out, and the Panthers add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From way up at the 23. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 93 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Chubb will get the call running left. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. final play of the half, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's got this down to the 35. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. From way up at the 23. Well, now how about this return? And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. Into the secondary past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. That good for 19 and a first down. They run with Hunt. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And this one too low.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First target, first catch at a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route. And what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Chubb. fights loose. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On third down, Hunt. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 62 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 31 yards. And the Browns are back within a score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Thomas. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. To throw is Darnold. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards the pickup there. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He wants it all for the end zone. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. Sly on for the extra point. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Now Hunt on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Chubb will have the first down and much more. The 40, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 74 yards. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Thomas. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. Under pressure now. Darnold, and he goes down. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. There's another truck. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 186 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. On the ground. It's Chubb. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Mayfield finding Odell Beckham with a touchdown pass. And the Browns have taken the lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Thomas. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Now Hunt on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And again, it's Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And now here's a sneak, maybe looking to run a little time. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.